Hey,
Hey Adam, what's up?
how's it going, Loco?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Pretty good. Just watched that last game.
I got slightly frustrated in that last game. I guess you noticed. All right, all right, all right. Well, we did manage to win right there, just barely though. It's actually kind of cool. They updated this Skype layout. I've never had it on a call before. They got this new little overlay thing. That's kind of cool.
I'm watching your stream. It's super delayed. I should probably just turn it off, I guess, huh?
Yeah, yeah. There's like a 30-second delay in it. It's really confusing. That's like the delay that Twitch puts on a live stream by default. I can't change that, so
Gotcha.
it's really confusing, especially if you hear like an echo. All right. Oh, your microphone just got a huge boost, but I think we'll set it down. So how are you doing, man?
Good. I haven't had as much time to play as many games since our last session, but scouting's been going better. Uh,
All right. Yeah, I was just looking at the notes that I made last time. All right, cool. So suppose we're on the NA server, right? Let's just go over there. Adam is a lot louder than Loco. Oh, all right. That's good to know. All right. Can you say something?
yep,
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Is that better, guys? It's always a bit awkward to like level the sound because I obviously can't hear myself. Mm-mm-mm. You had these kind of glasses. Oh, you meant this kind of glasses? Those are just Coca-Cola glasses, dude. It's like, wait, what? I don't have glasses, but all right. There we go. Mr. Giant. Sweet. So last time we did a little bit of Zerg vs. Pros and a little bit of Zerg vs. Terran.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly then focusing on the +1/+1 plays and the scouting as well. So yeah, you said the scouting has been going a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It's still just tougher. And the other thing that's been helpful is, you said to if you start a build, just stick to it. And so I've been doing that, and it's been helping a lot.
All right. All right. That's cool. So you did get a bunch of losses I see right there, but this might have been, yeah, this will actually be from before, I guess. Yeah, all in all, there's a bunch more losses than wins. Is there like one reason why you're seeing like a lot more losses, or do you feel like that's
Um,
just like random
I think a
changes in the
lot of
team?
it is coming to I don't think I'm taking good engagements, and so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know when to fight and when to drone. Um, I don't know, just a lack of a game sense. Because a lot of times I feel like I'm ahead in the macro. I have good income, a good setup, but then I'll just lose a bunch of units, and then I can't seem to recover.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I understand that. Um, do you have like a replay by any chance we could take a look at? That's probably the easiest way of doing that. If you have like like an example replay or something like that. Um, so you know we have like a decent understanding.
I haven't been naming them, so I'm not sure.
Let's just grab a random replay. You played a game. All right, you played a 29-minute game a couple days ago. That's actually like not the last game, but the game before that. So it's a 1v1 on Cloud Kingdom. Let's just jump into a random replay and we can go from there.
Okay.
There we go. I gave you the party lead so you can open it up. Yep, sweet. You know, just to get like a little bit more of an understanding, see if things are going a little bit better.
Sure.
Oh. I hate how Skype like instantly mutes the sound. Like, you know what I mean? Like Skype mutes everything else.
Right.
It's really annoying because right now the in-game volume is way too low.
Yeah, I'll let you worry about all that.
Yeah.
What are you going to school for, Loco?
Sorry?
What are you going to school for?
I'm studying small business and retail management, which is
Oh,
yeah, it's basically a degree for business administration is what they call it, but I don't really I don't really plan on using the degree anytime soon, but one of those things. All right. I'm so picky when it comes to audio. There we go.
So are you seeing what I'm seeing, or are we both controlling our own screens here?
Yeah, no, I can't actually see what you're seeing. We're just like both watching the replay. I can just see the timeline as like basically you're controlling the timeline.
Okay.
But I can't see like what you're looking at right now while observing the game. But I can see what you were looking at during the game, you know.
Sure.
All right, let's just put it on like ×2. I'm sure you'll make plenty of drones. Damn Terran players.
Yeah, so I was actually going to ask about this, maybe even practice one where I have a Protoss or a Terran do something like this, because this always just seems to throw me for a loop too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely see that right now. It's more common versus Protoss, to be honest, because most of the time this hasn't happened in a long time versus Terrans, but I guess it's a little bit more common in Gold League and whatnot. I guess what you're doing right now is alright though. Just make sure you get your third going as well. As long as you're making the drones, you know, and that's happening, so that's good. Sticking to the plan.
Do you know if I lost this game?
Yeah, you did end up losing it. It's like a really long one. So that's why I asked to host it up, you know. All right, so this is good though. You're like sticking to the plan, right? The original plan for +1/+1 roaches. You're scouting right there. They're a little bit late, but you should be able to see everything. All right, so right now you saw a couple of factories. So do you like make any changes for that sort of stuff, or you're like, okay, this is fine?
Yeah, I don't remember making any changes because
Alright.
of the factories.
All right, that's all right. Honestly, like roaches is the ideal way to go anyway versus factories, so that's cool. Let's see. Well, so far, like early game, you're really far ahead. Like especially in supply and whatnot, you're really far ahead, so that's good. I would definitely try and poke in right now, though, like with all the upgrades finishing up and whatnot.
And I do remember this game now. I think I just didn't have as many roaches as I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just going to try and get a few more roaches and then hit.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so ideally you want to try and like, you know, I probably would have pushed right when you got that big round of roaches, and then, you know, right before the Hellions ran across the map. It would have been a nicer timing, I think, to go for the units. So right here you slipped up a little bit in Queen injects and whatnot. Whenever you're in that situation, just feel free to make a couple macro hatcheries, that's alright. Yeah, so I think like the biggest thing right here is just being really passive. Like he's right now, I think he's taking his third base right now. Yeah, you can easily take out this third base, you know? Like there's no reason. Oh, I actually pinked right there, you can't see it, but it's definitely like, you know, your roaches aren't really doing very much right now. At the very least, like you can walk across the map and check, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have like siege tanks and like planetary right there, and it's gonna be pretty difficult to deal with. Even right now, I think you can just go in. Yeah. Dude, you're owning him. What goes wrong? Well, that's obviously not ideal, but oh snap, man! That's like 50 roaches going right there.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
All right. So I think probably like up to that killing that planetary, things were actually going pretty well. Honestly, like the planetary wasn't even like really supposed to go up. I think you could have just you know, just went from there and just, you know, like had a little bit of a closer look right there. But honestly, at this point, you were still doing great, unless like until you walked all the roaches into the siege tanks, right?
Okay.
I think the main thing that probably is important to realize is that if you're up against Mech, and they go like really siege tank heavy, like he's doing right now,
Right.
I would still play the roach composition, but you might want to start adding in a bunch of Vipers. And I don't know if you're like really comfortable playing Vipers, but they're like by far the best unit at dealing with this with Blinding Cloud.
Right. And whenever I try and get Vipers, they usually get sniped by Marines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was actually one of the things I wrote down as well last time. Is trying to not use the F2 hotkey. Have you like had any luck doing that? Because right now you actually don't
Yeah,
have a hotkey for your army either. But
it's been okay. I haven't done it every game, but I've done it some.
all right.
I just need to practice that for sure.
Yeah. Because most of the time, like the Vipers die because they're not really controlled individually, right? And that's most of the time the problem. So let's say you have like one control group for roaches and then one control group for vipers. That makes it a lot easier. At least,
Okay.
After a couple of games it will be easier. At first it will be really confusing, but
Sure.
so I think that's the main thing that went wrong, as well as like the queen injects slipping a little bit. Like I think that's also a nice thing to like just keep in mind. Actually have a lot of we're going for a muta switch. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I would probably maybe like not go for a muta switch, but instead like try out some Viper play instead.
Okay.
I know it's a little bit tricky, but mutas is also an option, but I think they're even more difficult to control than Vipers. Oh, that's so painful. They disappeared.
I don't even remember that happening. That is painful.
So yeah, like mutas in general are not really a fighting unit, so I still think you can win this though. I mean, all right. So I think the easiest thing to do is just start switching a little bit sooner to a hive when you notice that he's playing mech. Now you did scout with an overlord earlier that it was like double factory, and you also saw like double armory and whatnot, which is like a guaranteed way of knowing that he's gonna play, mechanical units, so just like factory stuff, yeah. So at that point you can already like start imagining going for that hive a little bit faster, because I think that would have actually changed this up really, really like easily. All right, let's see what this army is gonna do. Yeah, imagine like a blinding cloud on all the siege tanks, right? Have you ever used like the blinding cloud, sir?
No, I usually try and yank them over or whatever.
Yeah, so basically what blinding cloud does, it reduces like the range of the unit that it's on that like little group of units. Even if it's like touching the corner of a siege tank, it will still be like, will still be under the actual blinding cloud. What happens is that the range gets reduced to 1. So that means they can only shoot if you're like hugging it, and siege tanks can't do that. Oh, you actually do make them. That's sweet.
Vipers?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how that goes then.
But I mean, like, you could, with that engagement right now, I think you could have had, like, if you did the blinding cloud on the high ground, I think you would have won right there. There's been a couple of moments like that in this game. Let's see. Oh, you put them on a separate hotkey as well? There we go. This is the way to do it. Yeah, I think it's just maybe a little bit slower than they would ideally want it. I like this though. She like using them individually. Oh man, damn Terran players. Just running across the map with their aliens. Alright. Well, it's almost the end of the game.
I might have rage quit on this one.
I know what you mean, because you were so far ahead as well a couple times, right? I know that feeling. It feels so bad. Like losing a ton of banelings to like a widow mine.
I just don't know how to engage this.
Yeah. So I would definitely keep the Vipers close, like you're doing right now. But I wonder if you're gonna use like the abduct or if you're gonna use like the blinding cloud.
Yeah, we'll see. Slow it down even more for dramatic.
Oh shit! Oh shit! This is where the confusion of the hotkeys comes in. You're like, shit, what hotkey? Okay, there we go. This is very dramatic indeed. Alright, so usually you would attack move with the roaches and then instantly follow up with the vipers. So you do like 3 attack move and then 4 and start like move commanding those towards where you want the blinding clouds to be. Let's see. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I think when I lost everything and he didn't lose a single thing, there's the rage quit right there.
Alright, alright. Yeah, well, I think you could have won this game at like the 15-minute mark, to be honest, though. Just by going for the Vipers a little bit earlier. But yeah, you might be right in saying that it's like, you know, a little bit like easier sometimes to use the Abduct, but like Blinding Cloud is awesome. Like Blinding Cloud is absolutely awesome.
Sure.
But it's definitely the engagement that aren't going as well, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so part of that is obviously like choosing the actual army composition. And the other part, like, you know, it's hard to explain micro and like engagements, right? Because you pick, I think the timings are fine. I think the timing for the engagement is fine, but it's just the engagement that's going wrong.
And that's a perfect example of what seems to, especially with Terran, I seem to lose my whole army like that, and then, you know, I don't have enough larvae to, even if I have like 30 larvae or whatever. I mean, that's not nearly enough to get back in it.
Yeah. So yeah. I think just transitioning to a hive is already gonna change. You know, if you transition towards a hive a little bit faster and get the vipers out a bit quicker, I think that would already change it up a lot. And maybe try mixing in a couple of Hydralisk as well. Make it still like a mainly roach focused army, but then maybe a couple of Hydralisk in there as well, just because their DPS is super high.
Okay.
But I would definitely say like the main thing would be if you're up against Mech, right? It's very specific. If you're up against like someone who goes that heavy in the siege tanks, Blinding Cloud literally changes everything. I don't really have a good example game for it, but
Well, I've seen you do that a lot, so that makes sense to me.
All right, yeah. Because
It's
basically
just hard to practice because, you know, you get one chance every 5 or 10 games.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but let's say you had like this one or the Blinding Cloud right there. If you put it down on like that group of siege tanks, you basically took like half of the army out of the fight for, like, I don't know how long it is, like 20 seconds or something like that. And at that point, it becomes a lot easier to just win, right?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, but we can have you practice against someone if you don't want to. Like, I'm sure there's like a Terran player somewhere over here. All right. If there's any Terran player logged in right now, or you have like a practice partner online, it's also an option. Oh, I already got a message from the one MVP. There we go, Frank W. Ducks. He's always ready. Actually, could you like toss me the party lead so I can get him in
Oh,
fight?
sure.
I believe he's Platinum League now, but whatever.
Let's see.
All in all, though, the game was the game was pretty solid. Like, I like how you stick to the plan and whatnot, even though he was being really annoying with like that depot and whatnot. But that's still like the timing attacks and whatnot were good as well. It's just, yeah, actually he might be gold right now. I don't know, but it's just mainly like the army composition right there that I think you should change up a little bit, and you should be fine.
Okay.
Another option that you could go for, if you feel fancy, you could go for Brute Lords.
I have won some good games with Broodlords, especially against Protoss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if they go heavy mech like that, siege tanks aren't very good at shooting up, so they're really useful. But if he goes that heavy into the Raven, like everything dies in general anyway for Zerg. But it doesn't really matter. Like let's just start from a clean game. Do you have any maps you like to play on? Don't remember.
No, it doesn't matter.
All right. Actually automatically open up the Legacy of the Void mod right there. That's not meant to happen. Alright. Could you play Mech? Siege tank heavy. Dirty style. There we go. There we go. Alright. So early game, I honestly didn't have very much to say, like, you know, other than not going right away at the +1/+1. Because like the 4 Hellions ran by. I think you could have like split up maybe a couple of roaches and then move with the other roaches, but that's not too big of a deal. But other than that, early game looked really solid.
Okay. So would you throw in some mutas to try and snipe tanks if you see they're going mech right away, or is that a pretty bad strategy?
Well, most of the time, like if you watch the pro games, usually they do go for a couple of mutalisk. And the reason for that is that they force Thors, right? Because most of the time that's the only way to do it. And then while they're forcing Thors, in the meanwhile the Zerg player is like messing up a lot of roaches. And then once they commit too much to the Thors, they run in with the roaches and overrun them.
Gotcha.
But, you know, it's a really good strategy. But you do require the Terran to also switch into Thors, right?
Sure.
And I believe this guy, well, maybe made like 2 Thors or something like that. But that's usually the reason. I would, you know, it's a cool thing to try, but you need to, like, you require your opponent to know the response, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. So let's just, for practice sake for right now, let's just go straight into Viper instead.
Okay.
After seeing that the +1/+1 doesn't work. And we'll go from there. Alright. Ready, Frank? Let's go. Did you practice, or did you play versus Frank last time as well, or no?
I think I did.
Alright. Frank is always here with coaching. I don't see him too often in the chat, but he's always here. Alright. Oh man. He had that copy paste ready right there.
You wanted to make sure I had luck and fun, I guess.
I do put a lot of emphasis on fun all the time, so. It's true though, like a lot of people always focus on like becoming the very best and then forget that they're not actually having fun, which just kind of silly when you think about it.
Sure.
It's like a lot of people are really scared to ladder, right? Which is alright, but a lot of people don't actually want a ladder because they're not having fun. I'm like, well, just, you know, play a different game then. Like, you don't have to play StarCraft.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you play any other games besides StarCraft, or?
I don't. This is it.
Alright. It's a good game of choice, though. Yeah, it's very uncommon though, like in that replay we just saw that they go for like that depot on the low ground.
Okay.
Because it's really expensive. Like if he makes that depot, he's gonna delay his own expansion, you know? So he's delaying
Sure.
yours, but at the same time he's also delaying his own, so it's kind of... Yeah. It's not really... Like there's no correct response. I guess what you did right there was the best response, but... There's no perfect way to deal with that. I think you did it just fine. Right, gonna make an overlord. Oh man.
That sucks.
Just prepare in advance just in case if you're gonna lose it. There we go. And just start making drones again. I think you should be able to keep it alive though. I'm not sure, but... Yep. Alright, just put it right there. He can't actually see it. Sweet. And just goes back into droning. Yeah. Alright, cool. Oh man. Can you hear that music in the background?
Uh-uh.
My parents are watching some sort of classical music thing downstairs. It's awful.
Funny.
Alright. I don't think the microphone picks that up, but alright. Let's pull the queens to the low ground just for defense. It's a little bit nicer. Like sometimes they try and sneak by right now with an SCV, so the queens are right there to stop that. Alright, nice. So you hit 36 supply right there perfectly. Alright, this is really good. Oh, he's trying to be cheeky. Oh, that will stay alive as well. Sweet. Alright, let's just fly it in. Yeah.
Oops.
Alright. Sweet. Things are definitely looking good, so like I like this. This is good. Alright, want to start the lair up. And well, we can already start taking a look at the buildings that he's putting up, right? We can do that in a second, no worries. Right, want to make a couple of overlords. There we go. And the gas in the main as well. Alright, sweet. So let's have a look at what that overlord scouted, right? And see what it means. Alright, so
2 factories.
yeah. At this point, 2 factories is almost guaranteed mech. Like, there's really no way he's not gonna go mech at this point. Which is just a nice thing to know. Like, if you see a bunch of barracks, you know that he's gonna play bio. If you see a bunch of factories, you know he's gonna play mech. So at this point, you can already start, you know, imagining the point at which you want to start transitioning towards Vipers, which is nice. But, you know, just don't do it too soon. We still need to get the first little timing wave out. Alright. Very well played so far. That's good.
Whoa.
Alright, I'm gonna make a couple overlords, like 4 or so, and let's start producing roaches. There we go. Alright, now if you can, try and spread some creep as well. Alright, sweet. Let's start the roach production. Now, the one thing that's true about mech is that they don't really move out. That's kind of silly, but they usually will not move out until much later into the game. So that's just something, like there's no mech timing attack, you know? Like there's...
Sure.
Sometimes they will do a little bit, but not too much. It's kind of like Protoss. Alright, retake the 3rd. Make big land roaches. Alright, now let's move across the map. Just grab the roaches and just go. Alright, now, judging by what you're gonna see right there on the other side of the map, you gotta make the decision whether or not you want to move up to a hive or not. So if you see like a lot of siege tanks, it's definitely a good idea. Well, let's just poke up there and see if you can take that. And if you can't, well, we'll just move back. Well, that's 1 siege tank. There's a bunch right there as well. Alright. Ooh. Now you gotta commit. Alright, nice. So at this point you already know that he's gonna go mech, okay? So I would start droning up for the 3rd. Start +2/+2 as well. I like that little move right there, though. It's cool. There we go. Let's not sacrifice too many roaches, but yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect.
Oops.
Yeah, and I like it a lot better if you just idle your army at his watchtower, because it means he can't just do these silly run-bys with the Hellions all the time. That's good.
My game just... I'm out of the game. Is it still playing?
Yeah, it's still going.
You can't see the screen here. What's going on?
Alright.
Can you ask him to pause?
I can't. I'm an observer. I'm not a... you need to be a referee. I don't think you can see this. Can you pause? Oh man, we can just record. We can just resume from replay. That's alright.
Okay, here I'm back in.
Oh, alright. Alright. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just pretend nothing happened. Wanna go up to a hive? Oh man, we're definitely... we needed that third. We needed that third saturated.
Oh, so I should have droned there.
Yeah, that would have been an easier response, or a better response, I suppose, but it's alright. I would start the ranged upgrade for the Hydras as well. And start getting that third base saturated. Now let's have a look at his third. Even though we lost about a minute or so right there, but is that a planetary or not? No, that's not a planetary. Now you can actually try a little bit of aggression because he's not sieged. Just try and poke up there, see if you can deal some damage. Alright, want to make a couple overlords? Alright, let's poke up there with the roaches. Sometimes you can get lucky and just snipe a base. Alright, make a couple more overlords and start droning up again. See, like the little moves like this really do change the game around. Alright, and let's just not overcommit, let's just go back if we get in range of those. There we go. Sweet. Alright, big round of drones. Oh, you already did that, good. And want to make sure you hotkey that fourth base as well in the main base, because you don't have that macro archery hotkeyed. There we go. Sweet. Alright, want to start the gases at the third. And make a couple of Vipers, like 3 or so. It's looking good, dude. Sweet. Alright, I would start a fourth base in this scenario as well. Just because we can. And then make a big round of roaches. Or as many as we can. We're a little bit low on gas. Might want to add on a couple more drones at the third as well. I think we're a little bit low. Yeah, you can add like 10, 15 more drones if you want to. Alright. Want to make some Evo chambers as well, I forgot to mention that. To get some energy. And make sure you get the control of that watchtower on his side as well. We got a lot of idle workers in the main base. There we go. Alright.
Now roach up, or?
Yep. Now we want to roach Hydra up. Maybe make some Hydras in there as well. Get the Hydra upgrade and get the energy on the Vipers. And put them on a separate hotkey as well. The Vipers are already out, right? I believe they are. Yeah, they are out. Oh. They were risky across the map. Alright. I would definitely make sure right now, though, you have vision on the other side of the map. Because right now we don't really see very much, right? Just scary. Alright, let's just go, yeah. So make sure you get his watchtower, because we don't really see much.
Great job with your streams. I am learning Tanas from you.
Thank you, BX2, for your donation, dude.
Mineral field depleted.
Scared the crap out of me, but thank you very much. Alright, cool. I want to add some extra Hydras and get some energy on these Vipers as well. Oh, nice little move right there. But when he sieges up, move back, move back. Oh, good job. Might want to get these guys out of there. Yeah. Alright. Do we have energy on the Vipers already?
Yeah, some.
Alright, good job. Alright.
So this is my blinding cloud.
Yep. Now +3/+3 is just about to finish. I would wait a little bit longer. It's about... Well, I can cheat for you. It's about 20 seconds for finishing. So let's just max out. And then, you know, attack move up that ramp. and then individually control hotkey number 4 to make sure you hit those blinding clouds, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Alright, so move command the Vipers forward right now, all the way. And blinding cloud, boom. Can put down a couple. Alright, and move command the entire army up there. Like stutter step them. Yeah, dude. Easy peasy. Alright. Oh, attack move. Alright.
Nice.
Wow. And that's pretty much game right there. Now he might not leave yet, but you know, there's no way he's gonna win this. Nice macro right there behind it as well. That's
I'll
solid.
find a way.
That was solid right there, dude. Frank is always happy. He was having fun. Alright, dude. Well played.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good. That was actually really solid. So yeah, that's the way to do it right there. Real quick, right there, Mr. Sorry, I forgot your nickname. BX2, thank you very much for your €5 donation, dude. That's really nice of you. Thank you. You see, I already all of a sudden got a fright right there. All of a sudden, like, dum, ba, dum, bum, bum. It's like, what's going on? But all right, thank you very much, BX2. That's really nice of you, dude. All right, but yeah, dude, like that's the way to do it. I guess part of the scouting is not just seeing what's going on, but actually kind of interpreting what's going on as well.
Right.
Yeah, that was solid.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here if there's anything else to notice about that, but that was good.
I think probably my biggest thing is I just need to play more games and get a better game sense, when to attack and when to you know, how to interpret the scouting.
Yeah. Yeah, then I guess one thing that you can try and do is that whenever you lose a game, I know it's not always as fun to do, but whenever you lose a game, just jump into the replay and just sort of see what went wrong, right?
Right.
And oftentimes you can really like see the game a lot more clear after a game. I don't think you're someone that rages anyway. It's like, God damn it, like smashes the keyboard.
Right.
There are people like that like completely like punch the walls and whatnot. But if you like calm down, if you're like calm down, just jump in the replay and just see what went wrong.
Okay.
When I was really trying to improve, I was nerdy enough to like have a little notepad as well, like write down the mistakes. And like the thing is, it sounds kind of silly, but if you have to write down the mistake that you made in a game, you're never gonna make that mistake again, because you like writing it down is so stupid, you know.
Sure.
That's something you might want to do, but I understand a lot of people don't want to get that far. But you know, like it's just a way of improving. But this, like, honestly, this game was well played, so there's not much else to talk about right there.
Can we try a versus Protoss, and then I'll try scouting and kind of tell you what I'm thinking as I'm seeing stuff?
Yeah, sure. All right, should we just go same map or another one?
Let's try a different one just to mix it up.
All right. Which one was this? Cloud Kingdom. Let's go Daybreak. Right. I believe Tostis is a main race. We'll see. People are still talking about crabs in the chat. I'm not sure what is going on. Did you watch the stream yesterday?
No, I didn't.
I played the Heart of the Swarm campaign, right? And at some point there's crabs, like all over the map. And I didn't notice them, but apparently I killed a lot of crabs without seeing them. Apparently it's not my spirit animal or something like that. Anyways. Alright. So you just wanna play the game and talk me through what you're thinking? And we go from there?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Let's try that.
Let's go. Frank is so happy, man. Let's see if he does the copy paste again. No, all kidding aside though, Frank has been helping me out a lot. It's really nice. Frank is always here. I don't know. I think he hears the word coaching and it just like appears.
Do you ever coach him?
I don't think I've ever coached Frank. No, I don't know. But Frank is always, he's always here. Like, yeah, there we go. He definitely doesn't write that. But it's alright. Doesn't feel like Christmas over here, man. It's so weird. It's just raining all the time.
Oh, jeez.
You got any snow over there? I have no idea where you are, by the way. Like where you, where you live in the U.S. But
I'm in Washington State. We don't have any snow. We
Alright.
have snow sometimes, but not a ton.
like February, January.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna plan on doing any scout until 6 minutes. I guess I could send this guy over to the natural and see how he expands.
Frank is in a great mood today. Always prioritize chat over macro, right? Like,
Hey, we're playing to have fun, right?
it bothers me how there's this, like a space between the nose and the and the mouth of his smiley. Oh my god, man. He lost his nose.
So there's a drone. I saw that.
Good.
So I should be seeing a drone sometime.
Yep. Going hedge first is always a little bit risky if he goes for like a forge fast expand. So if you notice that, I would just send the drone down as well to check if something's going on. Unless you see there's like a nexus down. Then you know it's, you know, not gonna be a cannon rush. Yep, there we go.
So how'd you know that? I don't see. Oops, dang it. Just clicked out of the game again.
Oh. If you see a nexus, you just simply can't afford it. Like he simply
Okay.
cannot afford to go for a cannon rush as well.
Okay, so I came over here, saw the Nexus, no cannon rush.
Yeah, but let's say you see the forge. Right now it is already finished, and you see the nexus just now starting. Then you might still be a little bit scared of like a potential cannon rush, right? But you see the nexus is already, like, you know, like 60% done or something like that. That really already means that there's no way that he's gonna. He's not gonna be able to afford a forge before that, and then also the cannons and all that. He simply can't.
Okay. Here's my other question: is it seems like people always can tell what buildings are before they're done. Is there any way to tell what these two buildings are? I mean, I guess you can guess it's a gate and a
Oh.
pylon.
Do you? Oh, there's actually an option in the settings, but like disables that you can click on it. If you go to the options, if you hit F10 and go to options,
Uh-huh.
and then go to gameplay,
Okay.
on the right side there is enable enemy unit selection.
Oh my gosh.
Is that off?
Yes.
Oh, that is off by default. Yeah, that needs to be on. That needs to be on. I
For
don't know. That's
sure.
one of these things. That's like one of these things they added in the game for whatever reason. Yeah, definitely make sure that is on, because then you can actually click on the gateway and see that's a gateway.
Yeah, definitely. That's I've always wondered that because everybody always seems to know,
Oh yeah.
and not me.
No, that's okay. Okay, well that makes Zerg versus Protoss a lot easier. Yeah, so if you unpause it, and just click on the building. You can't click on it right now, but now you can. There you
Oh
go.
yes.
Like, wow, it's a whole new world. Alright, that's good now. Yeah, that's one of these things that I don't understand. Like, they try and make it noob friendly or something, but...
So do you usually put one on him or just leave it alone?
I usually just leave it alone, and I try and get a set of Zerglings out, and try and scout out where that probe went. Thing is, like, if it disappears, then it's really annoying, because then it can just make proxy panels and whatnot, right? So, you know, I would try and, like, scout it down with the Zerglings. This is, like, that's usually why you see, like, the pros, like, walk Zerglings all over the map. Oh, forgot an Overlord.
Crumb. So sometimes when I do this, I'll just make my gases early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
so
totally fine.
I can at least get 2 more drones out.
Yeah, you could even do it in the main as well, just for the extractor trick if you really want to. But it's gonna pop right now anyway. Right. Now I would leave the queen in the main for a little bit longer, just because you're gonna need that inject more, right? So there we go. Inject is always gonna be more important than the little bit of defense in a natural. So now I would walk it down instead. There we go. Just drone it up. That's a good decision right there, though. There we go. So now you can still spend your money.
So 6 minutes. Let's take a peek and see what I interpret.
Alright, great timing. That's good.
Peek in here. So he's got 1 gas here, no gas, starting another gas.
Mm-hmm. I would make a couple of overlords, by the way, right now, because they're likely gonna die, right? Just to real quickly.
Cannon. There's a robo, so he could be going for either the mech warrior unit to defend my roaches. Ooh, I better go. He doesn't have that much stuff yet.
Exactly. That's good. that's the way to scout right there. Seeing that robotics is honestly already a really big tell. At this point, there's like a couple of options, right? You can either go to Colossus or you can go Immortal. Now, I guess what's important to realize right now, if he's gonna go Immortal, he's probably gonna attack off of 2 bases. But if he's going Colossus, he's likely gonna take a 3rd base. So that's really something you will try and figure out next. So I would try and send a Zergling over to his 3rd just to check. Alright. Okay, let's get the upgrades going. Usually you actually take the 3rd base that is right north of you. It's a little bit easier to defend. Alright, there we go. Want to start the roach production as well as a bunch of overlords. Now, if you look at his 3rd base, I don't know if you noticed it. You've been chasing a probe around for a little while. It looks to me like he was gonna expand, right?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. So you definitely want to do that big counter attack right there. Oh, we actually got the supply rock. Okay. So you definitely want to try and hit this timing real hard this time. It might be a little bit difficult though, because the timing is slightly off. But we should be alright. You should be alright. If you make a lot of roaches, we still should be able to overrun him. But nice anticipation right there though with the 3rd. I like that. Alright, want to make a couple more overlords?
Oh, I think I've got 4 bases now. That was a mistake.
Oh, actually, I actually like that though. But you know, we need to first execute that timing. But it's all right. All right, so let's go. Plus, our roach speed is just about done. We're probably gonna get there a little bit early, but at least like we can poke in, right? Let's see what's going on. Alright, I'm gonna make a couple over. Oh, you already did. Good job. And then drone up. Alright, let's see what is going on right there. Oh, what was that? Do you see him on the minimap? There we go. Now it looks like there's no 3rd base. Now at this point, he's very likely to go for an all-in, right? We need
Sure.
to make sure that we make non-stop units right now. We don't need drones anymore. Just need to defend the all-in and you generally win. Alright. Let's just get more and more roaches going. Okay, nice scouting right there. I like that. And try and get a couple of drones at the third base, because it will help out a lot. And I actually like the way you sniped down that proxy pylon right there as well and scouted it. That's good. Alright, want to make a bunch of overlords? There we go. And make more and more roaches. Alright, so try and get one roach over at his third base just to see. Just to see if he's making it after all. He might have gotten it in the middle right there. Did you see that? I think he got that third base in the middle. So let's get our entire army here. There we go. Is there a base in the middle, or did I see that wrong? Oh no, there's nothing. Alright, well let's see if we can do some damage, because it looks like he expanded after all. And obviously behind that you want to drone up. And I would also start tacking up right now. Now, we can actually pause for a second if you like. It's probably easier. So, what unit composition do you want to go for right now? Do you have like one go-to?
Well, so I'm only prepared in my mind to go roaches, but I guess I should probably add hydras. Oh, but I saw the colossus, so I probably would go. I'd probably add corruptors right now. It's probably what I do if I was playing on my own.
Alright, yeah, you can either go Corruptor right now, or you can go Viper. I personally prefer Vipers. So, you know, let's just for practice sake go them. Sorry?
Yeah, let's try vipers.
Yeah,
let's
give it a try.
It's going to take a little bit of time to get them. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's most of the time the problem, right? But, you know, just try and get them as soon as possible. So let's get the infestation pit and tack up. Now we need to try and do some damage, though, while droning up. So if we just let them sit there, we're likely gonna lose. So let's try and actually move in there. Maybe snipe a Colossus or two. Not sure if we'll be able to, but, you know, can try. Alright. Yeah, nice droning behind that. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. That's a very late base by him. Now... Ooh, it's a bit of a tricky engagement. I would just move back right now. Yeah, he's gonna be able to snipe too much. Let's just make drones, and it looks like we're gonna have to take that third base right there. Oh, well, a couple of roaches is okay as well. Okay, good. Wanna start more gases? And I would take both of the watchtowers right now. It's because we have basically, like, complete map control. Alright. Want to put the drones in the gas geysers. Start a couple more overlords. And a bunch more roaches as well. Oh! Watch the roaches, watch the roaches, watch the roaches. Oh no, there's rocks in the middle. Quick, quick. Alright, reinforced with more and more roaches here. We lost like 30 supply on roaches right there. That was a lot. That was a lot of roaches that just went down right there for no reason. Alright, want to start a couple evo chambers in advance. Make a big run of roach. Okay. Now Hive is about to finish up. So this is going to be a tricky engagement because the roaches are still in production. They can try and set up a concave or just go for the freaking kill. That's whoa, walk back, quick. Yeah. That's very scary. Like moving up a ramp versus Protoss is not really what you want to do. Alright. Grab the watchtower. So you can see if he's moving. There we go. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Okay, let's just wait for the Vipers. Vipers are in production. Maybe try and run the drones. Oh, there's actually not that many drones right there anymore. Couple overlords as well. And then we need to get energy on these Vipers as soon as possible, right? This is tricky though. Okay, the Vipers are spawning right now. Let's get some energy on them. If you can abduct the Colossus, in this situation I would use abduct instead of blinding cloud on the Colossus. Alright, let's get the energy. And if you get the abducts down, you can still definitely win this, but It's gonna be a tricky one. Ooh. All right, let's get the energy. Yeah, I think at this point it's going to be very difficult, but let's see. Let's go. So abduct the Colossus. Yeah, he's just having too much.
Yeah, nothing. I can't even.
Yeah, there's too many Colossus at this point that makes it super difficult. Alright, let's just GG and give it a retry. You don't sound like you're raging. You still smiling.
I think it's just my APM. I mean, I just feel like at the end there, I just couldn't do all the stuff I needed to do fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's definitely one of the things, right? Like it's a multitasking and everything at once. I'm trying to, like, you know, give you like the things to do, but then, you know, actually listening to this guy that's talking in your earphones and then executing it at the same time as well, and trying to like move your army around and whatnot. It's difficult. Like, yeah, one of the you know, ways to win is to just play a lot.
Sure. Get practice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the one thing that maybe went wrong in that game. I don't think there's anything like in particular. Yeah, except for like, you know, a bunch of roaches that just get given for free. Because we were almost maxed out and they were at like 150 supply. I don't know exactly how many roaches died there, but yeah. I think if like things are like, you know, tightened up a little bit, I think you would be able to win it right there. But it's just he just had more stuff and he wasn't really flooding any minerals and whatnot, you know?
Right. Okay.
All right. Let's
Well,
just play another one. Yeah. Would you like to play another one or?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
Do you want to do another one? Go for the same thing, or try something else?
Let's just try the same thing. I believe this is his main race. Let's just ask. Protoss is your main race, right? Or not anymore?
You got a guitar in there?
No, there was. That's actually my microphone stand. I got like one of these microphone stand that like can basically fly forward, but if I like pull it down, you can sometimes hear that sound right there. It's not a guitar. I actually have a guitar here as well, but
Funny. I think you should play us a song and post it to your channel.
Yeah, no, I don't think I should do that.
Hey, you either get famous for doing something really great or really stupid.
That's true. That's one thing. It's like, watch this guy make an idiot out of himself and think he's good. Like trending on Facebook. I was thinking about that, man. You see sometimes these really bad photos and these really sad videos that are trending on Facebook. Imagine that be you, man. That would be so... Ugh. I would feel so bad because the comments are just people making fun, right? Like,
right.
Oh, random is my main, he says. All right. Anyways, you ready?
Yep.
Frank.
So on this one, I'm going to try something a little different on the opening.
All right.
I do this sometimes as when I'm going against Protoss, and you can tell me what you think. It's basically try and get some try and get some Zerglings out a little bit early and see if I can poke in.
All right.
Does that seem like a good, or probably always bad?
Frank, come on, man. The copy paste is so obvious. Yeah, I don't know exactly what strategy that is. Do you go for like an early pull, or is that like a speedling expand or something like that?
I usually end up getting the pool at like 13, and then end up expanding kind of late.
All right. Well, let's just do it. I just see it. Honestly, like there's so many builds that used to be popular. Like at some point there used to be something which was an 11 pool into an 18 hatchery that used to be the standard. And yeah, honestly, like the differences between all of them is so minimal. Like as long as you get like a pretty early spawning pool into a pretty quick hatchery as a follow-up, you know, it's a solid way to play. But we'll see. Yeah, unless you were like in a 6 pool or like 7 pool or something like that, right? But 13 is alright. The funny thing is that sometimes Protosses are so used to people going like 14 or 15 pool that 13 pool completely catches them off guard because the Zerglings are like slightly different timed, you know?
Right.
And they just barely don't get the wall up. So do you keep the drones in gas or do you just get the Zergling speed?
Just get the speed.
Alright. Yeah, this is actually one of the most solid openers in Zerg versus Zerg. You see this quite a lot right now. But yeah, it's good. Just get the Overlord right now.
Usually I wait on the Overlord because I come down and build this.
Oh, alright.
And then I...
Nope. Oh, are you cutting out or? Oh, I think you cut out there for a second.
I did or he did?
I think you did. I couldn't hear you anymore. But alright.
Oh.
That's alright.
So he might see exactly what I'm doing now.
Are you gonna spend the first larva on Zerglings? Like for the first queen inject?
What's that?
Are you gonna spend the first larva from your queen inject on Zerglings or?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
Is that bad?
No, that's all right. That's all right. Just interested how many you're gonna make right here. You're already seeing right there with the Overlord what he's up to, right? And it doesn't look like he's expended yet, so I would say it's definitely all right. I wonder what he's actually up to. I have no idea. So making a batch of Zerglings here is fine. All right, just keep the queen injects up. And I would now switch straight back into droning. So you do sacrifice quite a bit of economy with this, right? But
Sure. So he still hasn't come down, which maybe like some sort of one base all in, a 4-gate?
could be. Let's have a look. Well, if he was 4-gating, he'd likely be chrono boosting, but you know, we have to see. I can cheat with the production tab, so I see what's going on here. But at this point, you want to try and play a little bit more careful. So I would start a spawn crawler right now, and maybe just start looking around a little bit more around the map. There could be all kinds of things though, but it's important to realize right now that you don't need like a huge army. So I'd actually stock up on the queens right now, like make a couple more queens. Just because queens are great at defense, and then maybe we try and squeeze out a couple more drones as well. And if you can, like, start looking around the map for a proxy pylon. I don't know if there is one, but it's worth checking. Oh, well. Alright, definitely want to check with your Overlord, though, if he takes the natural. Alright, looks like he's moving across the map right now, which is kind of strange. And it looks like there's a proxy pylon. Alright, so definitely make more and more units and more queens as well. I would start a bunch more spines and get these overlords out of there, because the overlords are gonna kill you. Alright, so use the queens for defense. Get all of them to the low ground. There we go. So as long as you defend this, because there's still no natural, right? Oh, run the Zerglings quick. Okay, good job. And get the queens to the low ground. And I think we should be fine here. I mean... Right. Want to make a couple more queens. And a couple overlords as well. And then, well, I would make a big round of Zerglings right now, but they should already be over, I think. A little bit of a supply block, that's too bad. Still no natural, right? So... I would move the queens back a little bit, let the spines do it. Oh, well, there we go. That's what he was doing. We should just attack that thing. Transfuse! Ooh! Oh man. Alright, more queens and more Zerglings as well. Yeah, we lost a lot of right there for no reason though. Like could have transfused. But should still be alright actually. Like this is why one base all-ins just were not popular anymore. Alright. Alright, right now he's finally taking his expansion. I would try and run by with the Zerglings and just try and see if you can get the Zerglings around that hatchery. Or around that nexus rather. So don't engage his army. Oof. Oh man. He was thinking you were gonna engage him. I would make a macro hatchery right now as well and just keep the queen production up. As well as put the drones back in the gas geyser. We really need to spend that money. This little run by right now is great though. Alright, nice job. And make a big round of Zerglings once more. We need to spend that money. Couple more overlords. Just see if you can kill that hatcher or that nexus. Is it down? Yep. Sweet. So it looks like he actually sent the army home. So in that case, I would just... he doesn't like the run by. In that case, I would just make only drones right now and pick off these proxy pylons. Like you have a sick wall line right here, right? Like these spines are already gonna basically prevent him from doing anything. Now we start taking up to a lair. And it depends on what you want to play. Like I say, on one strategy you would like to play right now. Because roaches is definitely an option, but you might want to try something out, like Mudas
I have
or
a
something.
ton of queens.
Yeah. You could even go for a Nidus with roaches, to be honest. Just make sure you get the roaches going, yeah. And check if he's making a natural. Do you ever play Nidus networks, or?
I haven't. We could do one. Should I walk my queens into one?
Yeah, we're just gonna have to get a... yeah, that's the reason why, right? To get the queens on the other side of the map. Just gonna need a roach warren. And, well, more queens as well. And definitely want to get... maybe, it depends on where we want to get the actual, like, Nidus network up, right? But if you want to get in his main base, there's gonna have to be an overseer that needs to run across the map. Right? Need some more workers in the natural. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, let's get the queens there. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Alright. So Nidus network is a little bit gimmicky, but let's get it started. Make the Nidus canal. You actually need to make the Nidus canal first. Oh man. That's a bit dirty. Alright, let's get the Nidus canal started.
So...
I don't know exactly what hotkey it is, but...
is there a way to do it without a hotkey?
You need to just make it a morph drone into a Nidus canal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've never ever made one. Alright.
Well, I guess not.
Alright, that's cool. There we go. And let's get all the drones back to mining. There's a bunch of idle ones. And make a lot of roaches here. Alright, sweet. So think about the point where you want to put the Nidus network up. I would probably put it on like the west side of his base. Right around right there, yeah. Just make sure he doesn't see it, right? Like if he sees it, we're in a lot of trouble. So it's a little bit gimmicky, but... Alright, I will make a lot of units right now. Actually, a couple overlords as well. And then put all the queens in there first. And then put down the Nidus network. Now we just need to place where they can get out of it, right? So I would rally all the hatcheries straight on the actual Nidus network. So just right click all the all the hatcheries on the Nidus network.
All the hatcheries on the
Yep.
Nidus network.
And then put the Nidus canal on the other side of the map. Now make sure he doesn't see it though. So he's gonna be able to see that. It's kind of risky.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you basically are on a really like short timer right now, right? So, you know, you need to find a position where he can put it up. If you really can't find anything, just put it in the middle of the map somewhere, or like closer to his base. I think you might be able to maybe put it on the eastern side of his base.
How do I put it down?
You actually select the Nidus canal, which is in your main base. And then you can like use hotkey, yeah, for me it's A, but I don't really know what it is. So go to the place where you want to put it down, and then put it down right there. There we go.
Oh, I see. Wow.
It's like, whoa, what's going on? Well, if he doesn't see it, like, you gotta unload it, though.
I ran these over here because I thought you had to use these to drop it.
No, no, no. You actually need, like, vision of the place where you need to put it down. So that's the idea. Alright. Let's just put it right there. Yeah, right around there. So let's put one other one down. Put the other queens in there. There we go. And make a big round of overlords and roaches afterwards. And put the queens in there.
Ah.
Oh no, he managed to find that one too. Oh, that's too bad, dude.
Yeah, this is not looking good here.
Oh, that's too bad. You can run the Zerglings to the other side of the map as well and use them to spawn it, but this is taking way too long at this point. You just need vision of the place you can put down the Nidus, you know? You can't just put it down in the dark. Oh, no. Alright. Oh my god. Just put it down quick. Well, he's definitely gonna see that. That's like the easiest position. Oh no, man. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's too bad, dude. Like, that was going so well. Alright. Well, let's just try and get one up. But alright, make a big round of roaches. Oh, we actually didn't make overlords. That's too bad. You actually need to unload the Nidus network as well, which is the scary thing. Oh, come on. Come on, Frank. One time. Alright, go to the Nidus canal. You basically have a hotkey to unload it. Yeah, this is just gonna take too long right now. He's gonna be able to stop it. So basically, usually what you're trying to do is get it out as soon as possible, right? But it's cool. Like, considering what's the first time ever, right? That's alright. Yeah, so let's just unload them over here again, because there's no way we're going to be able to get them out. So just select the Nidus canal in your main base. Oh, how did that hero roach get out of there? He just walked there. How did he get there?
He must have been.
No, come on, man. Oh, oh my god. He's just letting you have it right now, I think. That's just mean. So you need to make sure you select that Nidus canal right there. That one that you're looking at. And then unload it. That's hotkey number X for me. There we go. But it takes a little while to pop them out, right? That's the idea right there. That one roach though, with one health, just stood there like a boss. Oh man.
Well,
a lot of your units are actually in the Nidus canal though. So if you're gonna like, you know, not use them anymore, just make sure to get out of there. There we go. Just hit X right now. You can set a rally point for this thing as well. Oh, you can actually unload them straight from the Nidus network. Yeah, there we go. I'm still surprised how that one roach managed to actually walk, you know, across that thing. Yeah. They basically pop out right there. You can set a rally point of the Nidus network as well. So let's say you want to like let them walk somewhere. If you select the Nidus canal and you right click somewhere, there you go. Okay. And if you then hit X or whatever hotkey it is, you can get them to walk over there right away. So if you unload them right now.
There's none left in there. Oh, there is.
Yeah, there is. You can actually like unload the main Nidus network thing as well. You can unload that thing, yeah. Just make sure you set the rally point so they don't, like... Oh, there we go. That's it.
Should I spread some creep? Will that help me win?
Yeah, definitely.
That was painful.
Yeah, well, that was like, for a first attempt, it was alright, though. Yeah. I think if you just played that out without, or just played that out without my help, I think you probably would have won that. I just made you play a really strange strategy that, you know, is really awkward. Alright. Sweet. Alright. So, all in all, the beginning of this game was great, right? But after that, things things got a little bit gimmicky. Usually, usually Niduses are great if you, like, manage to get them out really quickly, right? That's what make Nidus networks great, but if you just barely get them out, just barely in the end, it's getting a lot more difficult.
Sure.
But it's worth messing around. Like, if you manage to unload all of these queens in the main base, like of his main base, all of his air units are pretty much dead because you can't really do anything without that anymore.
Sure, sure.
But it's a lot of fun to mess around with, so you can give it a try if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's worth messing around with. It's just sometimes tricky to pull off. And if your opponent sees it, you know, most of the time you're gonna be, you know, in a really bad position because even the probes can kill it.
Right.
They're actually buffing it in Legacy of the Void though, which is gonna be cool.
How are they buffing it? Oh, that's right. You can't attack it while it's spawning, right?
Yeah. Which I was thinking about it, and like, it doesn't sound like a big deal. But usually, if you get that thing out in the early part of the game and you manage to get like 5 roaches out there and 2 queens, the main base is pretty much dead because the Protoss just can't really deal with it very well. Because right now, Protosses like defend with like 1 mothership core and like 2 sentries. That's basically what the entire Protoss defense is. And then if they get in trouble, what they do is make cannons at the front, right? But if you just get in the main base, the cannons at the front are not going to do very much. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of interesting, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, they definitely do need to pool an army right now, though, instead of just a bunch of probes.
Sure.
Anyway, dude. Yeah, do you have any more questions at all?
No, I think this is probably pretty good for now.
All right.
I just didn't play very many games like I wanted to.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, just try and, like, maybe try and play a couple games a day if you can, but...
Sure. All right.
All right, dude. If you have any questions, obviously, like, let me know. And if you have any replays you want me to take a look at, let me know as well.
Okay.
And I would definitely, like, consider playing a little bit more Vipers, because Vipers are great. Maybe a little bit less Nidus Canals.
Sounds good.
All right, man.
Oh, if I do Viper against Protoss, do I want a Blinding Cloud or just do the Yoink?
If he has Colossus, I would, like, abduct him. If he's, like, going immortal or something, and you, like, you know, are sitting there with your Vipers ready to abduct, I would go for Blinding Cloud instead. But usually you would actually, like, take the Colossus out of the fight.
Okay.
One thing to a Blinding Cloud is that they actually affect your own units as well, right?
Oh, they do.
Yeah, so if you like, walk your roaches underneath the Blinding Cloud, you actually are not firing either. So that's just something to keep in mind, but most of the time it doesn't really come into play.
Okay, awesome.
Anyway, man, let me know how it goes, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
Okay, man. Talk to you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright, that was a lot of fun. That was a really fun coaching session.